Okay, guys, and welcome back. So we are gonna be going on over to another round, all the way on the top parts, and this time is gonna be Oreo SC versus Hyderia, actually. So it's Hyderia, but we will see him on the in game. It is gonna be a long Viday. I'm actually sure. So it's probably gonna be another Vietnamese player here, and I do wish I did have more on the Vietnamese scene, so I'm just quickly Google that one real quick. But in the meantime, guys, let's go on to our upcoming maps. Eternal Empire. Gonna be map number 1, and actually we're gonna see Golden Wall today in map number 2. And finally, it's Nightshade from map number 3. This one's gonna be a ZVT with Oreo on the Z with Hyderia on the T. We are gonna be getting into the action. We are going to be getting into the matchup real quick. Hyderia SC2. It's like we've seen. I know I've seen Hyderia from time to time as well, and many OSC shenanigans and so many OSC like tournaments. So a pretty familiar name to me. I'm just making sure that I do know his nationality. So yeah, he is from Vietnam, and right now he is all the way. He is all the way in he's in a 100 spot right now. So yeah, we got a little bit of information there about our player on the Terran side. But what do we know about Oreo SC? What don't we know about Oreo SC? That's for sure, because Oreo is, again, we've seen him before. We've been able to broadcast a match of his, and if I remember correctly, we've actually been able to do an SCPH replay of his against Phoenix, if I am correct. So this guy has been around the scene for quite a while, and we are just waiting on for someone else to load into Eternal Empire. But we'll talk about a few of those informations in just a bit. As soon as we get started, as soon as we get on going, we can talk about what else is gonna be going on right here, right now. As yeah, sometimes the only weird thing about StarCraft 2 is everyone has to load at the same time. I mean, it makes sense. Honestly, never mind. I take that back. It makes a lot of sense that you need to all load at the same time, but it's a little finicky that you have to wait for so long for at least someone to load, and then there is that whole drop system thing. But anyway, this is another one. The 29 drones won. Yes, sir. He won through just keeping on with the pressure. It didn't matter with the drone count because it was really just that army just never really allowing Justice Simon to stop and stop really trying to counter him. And it feels like he got under his skin by that point. A really good micro and the bile. Like there was a part, the winning factor there actually on that match. Sorry, I didn't see this earlier on Milupeng, but the winning factor there was when the wall of Justice Simon really turned against himself, and he was playing force fields, and there was just so many biles raining on down, really connecting onto so many units. And since it was very interesting because Reply really just didn't stop. He didn't stop at all with his army count. He didn't go for the drone on up, he didn't bother. He kept on with the pressure, and if you are aggressive enough, that can actually still work because you're not really allowing your opponent to get that time to come back. And we've seen it in a few instances when they're trying to rebuild just to counter you, but then you're rebuilding faster even if you're not getting the same amount of income. It's really just a bang for your buck statement, and that really allowed Uplay to just go all the way to the grand final. So congratulations to him. And as of right now, yeah, someone's taking a while. Come on, bro. What's going on? Who are we waiting 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 on? As Eternal Empire gonna be our upcoming map. Again though, let's just quickly go with a rundown of our upcoming maps into this one. In this best of 3, Eternal Empire gonna be first, so it's very interesting. We are gonna see the ZVT here on Eternal Empire, and I don't think I've seen the Zerg versus Terran matchup really go the long haul. I've seen it really just get decided by drops or just where siege tags are precision or just a complete bomb rush by the Zerg. But beyond that, it's just an app golden wall in the meantime. We don't see it too often. I don't think many players like it too much, but it does have that quote unquote safe area down below, and it is what it is. It seems like we are gonna be getting into the game, and we do have someone disconnecting, but it is what it is sometimes. And let's get it on, let's get it done. Into another round of the I'll Die Weekly we go. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back. A little bit of some time travel here and now. On to round number 3 we go. So after this one, we will go for the semifinals of the winner of this versus Tuklao. But after that one, we will finally go for the finals where Uplai is waiting for anyone to show on up against him. Introducing first though, on the bottom left of Eternal Empire, the Red Zerg of Oreo. Wonder if I gave an Oreo to the Big Black Moon, will we get a Red Zerg into play? And this guy, he is an Australian player, if you guys don't remember, who is playing for Downfall Gaming. He does participate a lot in SEA as well as ANC, of course, and some Korean brackets all throughout. You see him in the OSC circuit a bunch, as well as anything that is familiar to the SEA scene. In the meantime, his opponents on the top right, it is going to be the blue Terran of Along Vidai, or here on the brackets, we actually call him as Hyderia. So for Hyderia, a little bit of a different story. He is more on the Vietnamese scene. He is very on to the local end. And if I remember correctly, he did show up in the nation race there for Vietnam for quite a bit in terms of that MMR, really participating in stuff like that, participates in OSC as well. And the big one, I've seen him actually show on up in the Korean scene at the same time. So a few amateur cups here and there joining something like that, really the big leagues. And we'll see if Hyderia has gotten enough practice from really journeying around the world in 80 days and trying to show on off. He does play a flexible. He can play the Protoss, he can play the Terran as well, as that I've seen. And here in the Out Weekly, that is going to be a big game changer. But Oreo was asking earlier on, what is he playing first? What is he playing now? And since he locked on the Terran, if I remember correctly on the rules set, he is going to be locked in for the match because those bans are really based on the matchup to begin with. But anyway, 2-3 hatcheries now coming online here and now for Oreo. Along with Die here for Hyderia. Gonna be looking around, sees all of that coming. And this is gonna be the second command center being built right here, right now for Hyderia, as factories are coming online, as a supply depot gonna be there. Marines double pumped out as well. And the refinery right now just keeping on with the gas. So what is the plan here for Hyderia? It seems like he is going to go for the 1-1-1, sure, but what is going to be next after that one? Since he's building 2 factories actually instead of a starport, this has to be a mech style approach. So basically double pump Hellions right now into some Cyclones perhaps in behind, as well as siege tanks. We'll see where it goes, as the barracks actually going to get lifted on up all the way to this second base. And more. Scouting barracks. Okay, so he's not even gonna bother building anything with it. Never mind, he's gonna put it down. But yeah, it looked like he's not even gonna bother. He's gonna use it to try and form a part of the wall. And there you go, supply depot though, gonna be right beside it. And yes, it is gonna be the wall of the barracks. Tech lab right now into play, gonna be looking to get that blue flame as well. And in a situation like this here for Hyderia, he's going to be needing to get a little more action earlier on, because he knows that Oreo is on 3 base and the Zerg will want to run away with this, keeping on with the worker count, getting many bases to his name, and just enjoying the time here and now. But anyway, into this instance, we are going to get +1 on that carapace, making sure that things are a little more tanky. Armory going to be built on up as well. And in the meantime, there we go with the fire squad just mopping the floor of whatever that was in front. Queens though are going to be the criteria here for Oreo. It's going to be very interesting to see how this one is going to pan out, as we look to build on over for more and more of these units. A good anti-air capability, the range advantage, and just able to tank a little bit more than those drones. Looking to fend off those Hellions coming their way, but that is a lot of them. That is a huge number of Hellions right now, courtesy of Hyderia. And that is just 7 of them looking to fly on, and timing attack right here right now as well. 7 seconds left, and Hyderia is going to be waiting just a little bit, turning them into Hellbats. It's time to pretend that he only has normal flame, and surprise, surprise, here comes the blue instead. Oreo might get caught being way too greedy. Good step though right here, right now from the Queen's Transfusion as well to keep them alive, and it's a brawl here, and now but the Zerg is just gonna die very, very quickly. We have far support in behind with a few more Hellions as well as the Marines to boot. But in this instance, EV trades here, and now Transfusion is absolutely huge. And this is Hyderia having to back on that. Very interesting to go for it. The timing attack to go as soon as the blue flame came online, but in the end, it just wasn't enough. It didn't pan out whatsoever, and that is gonna be a defeat on that fight. Back to the drawing board goes Hyderia. Yeah, Hyderia unable to finish it up. And that is how it goes sometimes into this one. Anyway though, really all about swapping things over. We're finally gonna get that starport as well as a tech lab. And we got a fusion core, yes we are. So is this BC now coming our way? A little too late though for the BC timing attack. Maybe a little far support might help on that. A single or a double BC providing pressure from the sides can be pretty potent. But speaking of potency, here comes Hyderia right now, going for the run on in. He's able to come up 2 drones, but is that all he's gonna get? Oreo right now putting his drones in a precarious spot there if the Hellions actually spotted that one out, but no. Good timing there from Oreo instead, and that's more kills going in favor of the Zerg race. Anyway though, still keeping on with inventory, still keeping on with drone on up, and Oreo is very, very happy to saturate all of this and more. Keeping things up right here, right now, and here comes a few more spawn larvas to go. Next base though, 4th base actually here for Oreo, really trying to expand as far as the eye can see. Anyway though, here and now on the blue hand side, still Oreo having the little balloon floating up on top, and it's so weird to actually have this. Oh no, huge hits again though. This time the Hellions gonna be able to get out unscathed, but the Bane legs gotta go for the burst into the back line. It's just not enough damage. Not too worthwhile, but there you go, finally some efficiency. He has to get on away from that one. It's crawling. That is gonna be a pretty potent pack yet again. Boom goes the dynamite, and boom goes the Hellions. Hyderia has to be more careful with how he's playing this out. But the BC right here, right now, going for the anti-air, and immediately gets exposed basically against the Overlord. So it is what it is. He decides to bring out the Overlord, and he's gonna go for a tactical warp. And at the same time, it's already Oreo ready with it. 4 crawlers are in position. The BC though is tacky enough, of course, to stem a few shots along the way, and the plating gonna make this a lot easier to boot. Anyway though, right here, right now, it is gonna be Oreo looking to get in position to mitigate the damage here. This Overlord gonna be dying for the cause yet again, scouting out that capital ship, but it's just not gonna happen. Anyway, more and more upgrades going online. Yamato cannon actually here for Hyderia, and it's very interesting. He's transitioning over to this Yamato playstyle a little late to the party. But hey, you can never go wrong with building lots of PCs, that's for sure. I guess besides if everything gets neuroparasited and you just lose out in the first place. But yeah, it's really such a versatile unit, capable at destroying everything and anything in its pathways. It does take a little bit of effort to actually counter it in the first place, but hey, right here, right now, onto the main base we go again, onto the 3rd rather. The economic line's really getting cut up. It's just become so difficult right now for this setup. Oreo still defending, Oreo still holding on, and Oreo right now fending off the Battlecruiser as well. Now things are looking pretty good here for Oreo's side. He's able to even up that work count again, even after all those attacks, and he's on 4 base. Now for a long Vidai, he's been doing such some significant damage on the worker line, but I feel like it hasn't really been the most important thing in his arsenal. Go for the cook, and speaking of the cook right now, here comes the BC actually moving on forward. On the main base we go quite low already, doesn't have the tactical warp whatsoever, and the drones are gonna be like, okay, you can keep doing that guys, we will just be busy fixing things up. And so anyway, smart servos now in the field. In the meantime, it's another brawl. Seems like the Hellion Hellbat transformation couldn't get buffed on up by the speed. To figure things out, just to be able to adapt to any situation in the first place. Bingo's gonna be dropping on down yet again. It really is all about the Terran economy right here, right now. And back onto another base, back onto the harassment, back onto Hyderia, really going for the fight. And by the tail end, it's a Battlecruiser just gonna go down in flames yet again. Even with all this, Hyderia is dainy enough to actually push on. Or really just find the expansion spots that he wants to play the aggressive angle on. So all the way out in front, the Planetary Fortress is never a bad choice. You don't need that extra money when you can survive with the CC. And who needs defense? Who needs units when you all got a big building right beside you? Anyway, Helen's right now, as well as Hellbats, looking to scout around. Trying to figure out where to actually go into this one. But in the meantime, on the other side, down the ramp, well, that is a Zerg army waiting for the Reckoning. Speaking of the Reckoning though, in behind right now, the Queen's not paying attention. Oreo looking for the opportunity, trying to get the punch on, but Hyderia has already gotten the heck out of dodge. But speaking of that one, looking to make sure that everything is getting cleaned up. Banelings though split on over. And they're going to take down it again. Still all this damage, still all this potency, no matter how old your game is. Just so much damage. Just look at this. Look at this. It's just the Ravagers and the Zerglings really pushing on forward. The Roach is going to be there as well. We is such a long chase right now, but Oreo is unrelenting. He knows he can get the catch on as soon as, along with I here, as soon as his opponent actually stops in his Daks. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how that one is going to unfold in the future. But right here, right now, here we go to Bali have to get predictive shots. And Hyderia going to be able to bet back on now. To the ramp, to the back, and boom goes the dynamite. Huge boss now getting the connection, and that was a win earlier on in the Just Assignment as well as U-Fly matchup. Will it be the same way? Baneling hits absolutely astronomical. Here we go with the Biles as well. That is really a work of art. And here comes the Banes yet again, just blowing themselves for the greater good, keeping up with the pressure, keeping up with the push, trying to go all the way to the other side. Like this, looking to try and get over there, but hey, it's all that stragglers right here right now for the retreats. Oreo though, getting more and more of these Banelings to try and just really burst down anything in their sightlines, but Thors are quite tanky, and they are going to be able to tank up a few of these acid rollers in the first place. Anyway though, on the left hand side, trying to go for the bait and switch. Here comes trouble! Really raining on down from them. Good reaction though, courtesy of Along Budai, and here comes more and more of these roaches looking to transition on through. Still on to the high ground. Oreo able to find these opportunities. Here is Hyderia now looking back on that yet again. Still, the clashes keep going on. The fire is going to be there. Val now connecting! And that is a beautiful prediction there from Oreo. Going to be able to turn things around yet again, but he still needs to clean up these doors. They have been big pests, and with Siege Stacks in behind as well, he's going to be wanting to wait on cooldown. Such a pesky trouble against this mech-based composition. When you're able to stop one, apparently another gonna be retaking its place, and you can't even move fast at all, or you are just gonna be dead. Anyway though, another push from Oreo, trying to make it through to the middle. Big blob, looking to push on forward, and gonna be meeting the Terra Divinity yet again in pitch combat. We start things off with Zerg. This is a basic Wave 1. Wave 2 probably gonna be those Ravagers looking to get in position. And where is Wave 3? Where is the Shinobi? Yeah. Six stats now set up again. And here comes Oreo actually really stretching the lines right now. Looking to get on through to the other side, and thank you for the compliments, mates. But hey, this is our second broadcast of the day. We've been casting StarCraft since 2 PM, and immediately after the quarantined number 2 tournament, we went into the ODI. But hey, here comes Oreo again, looking to get the stragglers right now. And the basic strategy here for Hyderia has really been to go in those middle lines, but Oreo has done a pretty good job at answering back. Now he's playing some static defense, so he can really focus on going into the front lines. For Oreo, he's all around the map right now, keeping on with the hatchery. He's trying to get as much map control as possible. Here comes Oreo though. Ravagers are in position to get the pile on, and along with Dai, gonna be trying to go for the fight right here, right now. Smart Servo is in position. He'll be swapping weapons very, very quickly. Mainly Silent trying to get in position as well. Never go with the scan. Information truly is power right here, right now, even though Oreo is almost full of that supply. It just goes to show sometimes when you are set on up, it gets a little difficult in the first place for the siege to come on through. But in the meantime, 16 minutes in already this match is, and I remember here on the quarantine number 2, we had a match that went the long haul. It went almost like 30 minutes, and I just probably fell asleep multiple times because it was the same old thing. A little bit of that situation here too, but you can really see the micro adjustments being done by the players, which is amazing. Here for Oreo, as well as along with Dai, which is Hyderia. Might be hysterical right now, but here we go with the shots hit again. Looking for the land on down. Really dealing with the damage there. In the meantime though, Ravagers really giving chase. It's looking for opportunities. It's looking for these less defended sides. And I feel like here for Hyderia, he's just making advantages and making things up as he goes when he rolls on in. He has an idea of what is pretty lowly defended and pretty easy to cook on up, but he doesn't have the best information, that's for sure. But hey, Rich Vespine Geyser here on the dictionary, but hey, onto the high ground, still stays along with Dai. Running on back, Ravagers already onto the corner, and that is not the way you want to do about things, Mr. Hyderia. He's gonna go for the Kogon and trying to burn up the hatchery. Could have gone through with some friends instead. But hey, it's all about the mop up against this very close base. A lot of bases right now between our two players. Or you're having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them moving on around. And apparently he also plays from Australia as well. So yeah, it's another big thing. Anyway though, on to the high ground now. Still the same composition, Roach's Ravagers. Do we got any upgrades here now? +2 on the weaponry as well as the melee weaponry actually. So every single part of the Zerg Pain Train can be looking to knock over the opposition. Here we go though with the shots. Siege Tank now gonna get caught out in the open. The fight here, and now to actually go for the push on through, and Oreo is doing it. He's getting the blow on up. Easy kills left, right, and center, and he is gonna be able to PQ now. Of course, moving on around, hulking creatures, that's for sure, and they're hulking robotics, looking to just destroy everything and anything in the first place. Anyway though, so anyone's game. This is down on by the 18-minute mark. Looking for the defuse. More kills. More and more kills here for the red hand side. Really trying to come on back in the first place. But in terms of that unit tab, it seems like here for Hyderia, he does have a lot of those SCVs and a bunch of those Hellions running on and around, but in terms of the rule set, we got right now. Anyway, for Hyderia, still mobilizing around the map. We have really gotten a long game in our hands, and I just remember a story actually where there's like a training thing that makes you really adjust your angles, and I feel like it will help out for anyone who likes to play Hellion. Like, sure, it's a little difficult with the baiting and all the like, but at the same time, if you can find the proper opportunity to go for the window shot, to go for the kill somewhere else, well, that is gonna be a pretty big deal. But you know what else is a big deal? Here comes a big force with the Hellions and Thors to boot. The Bile has been a game changer and an absolute threat. But now it seems like it's just not gonna happen, as here comes more and more of a cascade. But that's Terran looking to smarch, looking to destroy everything and anything in his sightlines. Really, really potent right now. But the Bile right now looking to land onto the siege tank yet again. Easy target there. Gotta get the clap onto 1, 2, and 3. For Oreo right now, He's in a bit of trouble. He's losing a base yet again. And with this late game composition right now from the mech, it's taking him a lot longer to try and close things out. 20 minutes on in already, unable to really find the formation to make a tool. Here we go right now with the bile looking to get sliding on down there, and then Fighto gonna get caught out in the middle. And oh no, these doors gonna take a brunt of damage, but at the same time, as I say that, Oreo losing on that, GG gonna be called. And that is Hyderia with that victory. Issue there, those doors looking nigh unstoppable against Ravagers of that number, and it just never really worked out in the end. A victory goes over to our Terran. And just having that mech-based comp, just so what can you even say? Oppressive, honestly, against many of the competition. It's highly unfortunate there for Oreo, but that is gonna be Hyderia taking that first victory. Seems like Eternal Empire gonna be going over to the Zerg yet again. And there you go, Hyderia gonna get picked on up, and Golden Wall apparently gonna be next on the list. Very interesting to see Golden Wall actually played on in the first place. We're just gonna get back into the action, and we're just trying to see what's gonna be next on the list. But here comes our map results as of the moment. It's Hyderia with the one map advantage, looking to make a clean sweep, looking to get on through all the way to the other parts of the bracket, to go all the way to the grand finals. But since we are going to be taking a little bit of a break, we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen, for our next match here between Oreo and Hyderia. That's going to be map number 2. We'll see you guys in just a bit. So welcome back, guys, and we are gonna be getting into game number two. This one is still gonna be that matchup, and it is still gonna be that Zerg versus Terran coming our way. But so far, we have gotten a single result already, and it is gonna be Hyderia taking care of business on Eternal Empire. The real question is though, will he be able to do the same here on Golden Wall as we move on into our second map of the day? It's been a very interesting time so far. Well, really, my day has been filled with StarCraft, StarCraft, and only StarCraft, and I guess my pet cat. Hello, Yui. How you doing, pet Meowie? But beyond that, guys, it really has been a long day. Oh, oh, why are you flexing? Oh no! What's affection? Oh no, the cat is making the stream unprofessional. He wants affection. I can't give it to him. But as I was saying, so we've been streaming since 2 p.m. actually. Since we've been streaming 2 p.m. just getting as many games as possible for the SCPH scene, and now it's time to get to Aodai instead. But right now we are going to be getting into Golden Wall, and our scoreline 1-0 in favor of our Terran player. So welcome back, ladies and gents. Welcome back to our community. Welcome back to everyone who is just having a good time watching some SEA broadcasts. And this is gonna be Golden Wall. We haven't been able to see much of this today, but this map having a very interesting gimmick, of course. Really a wall of minerals there in the first place. But anyway, we'll be getting into the action right here, right now. We'll be getting into how this is set up as we see the Golden Wall having those rich mineral fields. Those bases are absolutely worth it, but they are very, very aggressive. You have to really expand towards it. You have to be able to keep controlling the map to be able to get things done on it in the first place. But right here, right now, we're going to be getting into our matchup. The score right now is only 1-0. And in this instance, introducing first, on the right hand side of Golden Wall, on the western corner, onto the western guard, it is the Red Terran. That is Along Vidai, aka, as we call him, Hyderia. His opponent though, here on the right hand side, looking for revenge, looking to try and figure things out, even with the latency disadvantage. From Australia himself, it is going to be the Blue Zerg of Oreo. That's always been actually a question I ask in terms of like, especially WCS back then. Since we are SEA/ANC, how does the latency work? Because it's not really good ping between Australia and SEA, which is highly unfortunate. So it really goes to show sometimes that latency really messes up your gameplay, and it really big kudos to all the Australian players who have come on in to actually try things out, to have actually participate in the Aodai alongside any other SEA competition. It really goes to show that they're looking to support the scene and play the best that they can. But anyway, Hyderia looking for a scouting, looking to try to find a place to actually set something up. And this is such a road less traveled. No one really goes here. Here in Golden Wall, it's such a far off distance that even though it is just a vertical point, we'll see what Hyderia is going to be up to all the way onto those corners. Because in the meantime, Oreo going to be hiding a drone here as well. What kind of antics is this coming our way? As the hatchery will go online, we have seen the Queen there as well, fending that Reaper off. And this might actually be a Starport Fusion Core to surprise the opposition. So I've seen this before in a few maps. I remember there was a map a season or two ago where there was this low ground like this up on top, and people could hide the Starport, people could hide the Fusion Core, and just go for a tactical warp. No one would ever know where the BC came from in the first place. Anyway though, still for Oreo right now, we'll be looking to get a third base up and running. And in the meantime, still all about these refineries as well. So Starport gonna be into play, 1-1-1 absolutely standard. And still, I can't wait to see what Hyderia is gonna be up to with this one. It is very, very interesting, and Hyderia is really, really knocking my curiosity. But you know what else is gonna be knocking that Reaper onto this hatchery? 1-0 advantage right now for Hyderia. He's looking for a way to really shut down Oreo, a pretty tough opponent in the first place. But interesting enough, Oreo is not really going to go for the aggressive expand. He is playing on the north hand side, which usually means that your player wants to play on the defensive and instead wants to be on the more responsive side rather than really keeping up the pressure. And I feel like it'll take a little more before Oreo decides to get into the gold. In the meantime, here for Hyderia, onto 2 base we go. That SCV is still gonna be there. I can't really figure out what's gonna be going on with that one, but I'm just waiting for ability to be in production, and apparently a fusion core onto the side. Now that is seen though by the Overlord, if I remember correctly. And yes, it does. But the drones right now gonna get taken down. Here comes the funnel of Zerglings as well. That's what the Creepster this board gets the chase down, will lead to the takedown, and a good comeuppance for the Zerg Swarm. 1:30 p.m. call time. Why you gotta be like this, Missile? I'm gonna collapse after this, not gonna lie. You better wake me up if I'm not awake by 1 or tomorrow. The cat later. We'll show you the cats. We'll show the cat later on stream. But hey, Oreo's side, he's still gonna be playing low on a very, very defensive note. He's going for that lair. It is gonna be the Roach and probably the Ravager, the Constitution, a very important parts of a well-balanced Zerg economy. But here in the meantime, Starport again hiding on the side. And the big thing is the fusion car is already seen, so what's gonna be the point of this? Putting in this here and now. Tech Lab gonna be built as well. And the only thing I can think of is he's gonna be going for the bait and switch. Besides getting 2 BCs at the same time, this might actually Banshee Cloak. That'll be very, very interesting to see. If Banshee Cloak with Banshee just really trying to hide on the side. But at the same time, Orio's already on it. Does have the Spore Crawlers in position to defend that middle line to make sure that no one's gonna be teleporting, no one's gonna be moving around the map. That's at any point in time. Anyway, Stimpak gonna be in to the cards, and it's 2 Battle Cruisers. It's gonna be the name of the game here for Hyderia. In this instance though, another command center, all about go for the economy. And this is a very, very slow-paced game. Like, between Hyderia and Oreo, you can really see that they are just going for pokes against one another, that they can only, not really fully commit, but toss abilities, try to find opportunities, and really go for takedowns on a slower basis compared to the rest of the back who are just really trying to dominate the action to begin with. And there we go, the BC showing on up yet again. All about the oppression right now. And Hyderia is really even going for that spawning pool. Interesting target of opportunity right now. Making sure he can shut down any kind of queens along the way. Elliot's gonna be up on top as well. And the BC right now gonna be ready to go from the top side. Now we'll see a tactical warp. Seems like the rally point is a little too busy in the first place. Takes care of the Overlord there. But here comes more and more for the Zerg. That is gonna be queens. Really littering the battlefield. Speaking of queens though, it's highly unfortunate Oreo hasn't really connected these bases yet, because those queens taking a long while to transition on over. Now more and more units come due, it's Zerglings and the Roaches, as here comes the BC right now, trying to get in position. And this is turning into just a BC spam fiesta from the side of Hyderia. So it's really interesting though that he hid one and made the other one so obvious. It really is since it's against the Zerg anyway, you have to expect it or you will just get punished. But the way he does it, you know, just going for the sneaky plays, going for a double pump out of nowhere. This is very, very interesting right now for the Hyderia side. So though, Oreo right now bringing in a few more of these corruptors. So he has had enough. For Oreo, he has watched that BC literally mock him. He put a Spore Crawler, but it just avoided and went for the spawning pool and went for everything else instead. Hampering his economy, hampering his playstyle. And in this instance, this is really good here for Hyderia because he has the expansion on the gold. He has these BCs, he has these infantry as well, so army count can be pretty even. And right now, in this instance, he's forced Oreo to build a lot of corruptors along the way. Now, it'll take a while for that to become high-tech, that's for sure. And in this instance, well, if you're not going to be playing any air in the first place, then you can really just ignore them. So more or less, after the supporting role of these BCs are gone, the advantage yet again. But here comes more and more of these corruptors. They're going to try to just get the blow up onto its head. In the meantime, BC gonna be going down. Yamato Kando looking for the trade! And into the front line, it is gonna be the laser beam getting the kill there. Still though, Ravagers right now for Oreo wants to be sending in some bile, gonna be sending in some damage, really just raining on down from above like mana. And speaking of mana, it's still Oreo skulking around with the BCs of Hyderia doing the exact same thing. Okay though. Here on Golden Wall, here comes Hyderia. On the right hand side we go again. And these drones try to make a pathway, but it's just not happening. Hyderia is just destroying everything that Oreo holds dear. It's just so unfortunate in this one. So where is the rest of the pack? Where is the rest of these buildings? Spawning pool gonna go on down. Seems like it's just all about Hyderia right now. Upgrades are coming online, +1/+1 on the melee side, but this is just so bad here for Oreo because he's lost so much tech as it's been noticed. The Spire is gone. He's gonna go for a tackling walk right now onto the north hand side, and even with those corruptors flying around, it's a desperate spawning pool onto the natural. It has those Evil's chambers, and Baneling that's not really gonna be doing much, and still Hyderia mopping the floor out of some of these corruptors. Sure, this one is gonna be dying very soon, but it's done his job. 14 kills, a lot of pressure all around, and now it's time to go for the fight yet again. Step action in, and now the Marines just really cleaning house, and this is guns a-blazing. G.I. Joe's representing Hyderia. Really something impressive right now, showing off, and has been more or less the underdog here, and he will take the victory, take the 2-0, send Oreo home packing, and a victory here for the Vietnamese side means that I think that we are gonna get an all-Vietnam finals for today's Odai. Highly unfortunate there for Oreo, but it's a little bit of that latency, but also the fact that he's just unable to really get in position for many aspects of the map. It seems like when the BCs do come, he doesn't really have the proper answer to it. And with the Spore Crawlers in that position, it's just Hyderia flying on over to different corners to cut instead. But it was a hard-fought effort there for Mario, and it was great to see him actually plop on into the Aodai Weekly. Just the BC, I really don't understand what the hidden starport was all about. I guess, like, if you think about it, since there's only one starport, you're gonna expect, okay, it's just a single BC. It's the timing you get the Spore Crawler only, and that's it. But since he had two, he's kept on pumping out, double pumping out BC, surprising, and Oreo was a little too late to respond to that. So could have been a mind game like that. I've seen that before on a map similar to how Golden Wall is set on the north hand side, and it does work as a pretty interesting surprise. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen, that's a victory going in favor of Hyderia yet again, and he will move on to face off against who in the semifinals. That is going to be Tuk Lao, actually. So again, Vietnam versus Vietnam, gonna be really keeping it local apparently in the Odai today. But here you go with a quick little map recap of what went on in this match as we are getting started. We are getting ready rather for our upcoming match. We're gonna be taking, of course, a short little break after we show you guys what's been going on here. And now Hyderia taking care of Eternal Empire as well as Golden Wall, but Nightshade not even gonna get played as this is a best of 3. This has been the round number 3 matchup between Oreo and Hyderia, and we will be back to get into the semifinals that we haven't been able to tackle yet. This is the Odai Weekly, and we are going to be continuing on with the rest of the bracket.